No one ever told you this. But money was never the villain in your story. What got corrupted wasn't wealth. It was the way you were taught to think about it. From a young age, before you even understood the world, voices started to shape your mind. They came disguised as love, protection, care. Money doesn't grow on trees. It's better to be poor and honest. Don't get greedy or you'll lose everything. Rich people don't make it to heaven. If you want anything in life, you've got to suffer for it. And slowly, those words taught you to distrust abundance, to associate prosperity with pain, wealth with guilt, success with loneliness. You grew up hearing those voices, never realizing each one was a seed, a silent program embedding itself deep into your subconscious. And the cruelest part? They weren't even your beliefs. They belonged to your parents, your grandparents, to a society built on survival and fear. They didn't pass down a vision for your life. They passed down a belief system, a system not designed to make you wealthy, but to keep you the same as them. Stuck, exhausted. Have you ever wondered why you work so hard and still feel stuck in the same place? Why, even after learning about the law of attraction, reading the books, saying the affirmations, it feels like something always pulls you right back? It's because you're trying to build an empire on a battlefield, on mental ground that's wired to collapse. Every day you repeat to yourself, I want to be rich. But your subconscious, the part of your mind running 95% of your life, whispers back, wealth isn't for people like you. Pause for a moment, take a deep breath, close your eyes for 3 seconds, and listen. Whose voice is that in your head telling you that you can't? That voice is not yours. It was installed. And here's the truth no one ever told you. Backhand index pointing right money is neither good nor bad. Backhand index pointing right money doesn't change people, it only amplifies who they already are. Backhand index pointing right money is energy. And energy is frequency. Frequency is vibration. And your vibration is born from what you believe to be true. You can spend your entire life chasing money. But if deep down you believe that being rich is wrong, dangerous, or out of reach, you'll always find a way to lose it, or to never receive it at all. Because your subconscious mind will sabotage anything that threatens what it already knows, even if what it knows is lack. Bob Proctor used to say, you are not responsible for what they put in your mind, but you are 100% responsible for getting it out. And that's exactly what you're about to do. You're going to learn how to spot the invisible beliefs that are holding you back. You're going to recognize the pattern, and then you're going to reprogram it. But first, you have to make a decision to stop repeating someone else's story and start writing your own. You were born to be rich, but to live that truth, you have to kill the lie that says you can't, that you don't deserve it, that wealth is for other people. That lie dies today. If this is resonating with you, keep listening until the end, because in the next chapter, you're going to discover what Bob Proctor learned about paradigms and how they're the real gatekeepers of your reality. After Bob uncovered this truth, his entire life changed. And if you understand what he understood, your life will change too. Irrevocably, deeply, forever. But first, think about this. How many times have you promised yourself you'd change? How many times have you said, this is it. This time will be different. I deserve more. And yet, you still found yourself stuck in the same cycle. The bank account stayed empty. The anxiety, relentless. The opportunities, always just out of reach. Like life had some invisible repeat button. It's like you've been trapped in a movie, but it's not your movie. You're just following an old, outdated script. Bob Proctor called that a paradigm. Paradigm is a set of beliefs and mental habits, programmed into your subconscious since childhood, controlling almost everything you do, without you even realizing it. You think you're in control, but you're not. You believe you're making conscious choices, but 95% of your life is run by automatic programs, installed when you were still a child. Think about it. You learned how to brush your teeth, how to walk, how to speak, how to react when you feel fear, desire, guilt. All of it programmed. But here's what no one ever told you. the way you think about money, how comfortable you feel with prosperity, even how much you believe you deserve. That was program 2. You didn't choose to fear investing. You didn't choose to feel guilty when you receive money. You didn't choose to believe you have to suffer to be worthy. Those ideas were planted in you, like a silent virus, like a background code running beneath the surface. And that code is called a paradigm. Bob Proctor realized this when he read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. He saw that the real problem was never a lack of information. The real problem is that information can't get through. When your mind is locked by old paradigms, you could read 100 books on wealth, listen to 1,000 motivational audios, take every course under the sun, but if you don't shift your paradigm, nothing will change. It's like trying to install new software on an old computer, one that's slow, infected, out of space. The new program tries to run, but the system rejects it, and everything resets, right back to where it was. That's why Bob used to say, "You don't earn money for what you do. You earn money for who you are." In other words, you attract what matches your inner identity. You attract what you truly believe is possible for you. There's no point in saying abundance affirmations out loud if deep down your soul is still vibrating lack. The subconscious mind doesn't respond to logic. It responds to emotional frequency. And that's exactly what your paradigms control. What you feel to be true. You can want money with every ounce of your being, but if there's still a paradigm inside you that links wealth to struggle, your subconscious will quietly sabotage you. Subtly, silently, almost invisibly. You'll procrastinate. You'll forget. You'll get distracted. You'll choose what feels safe, even when you know that playing it safe is exactly what's keeping you stuck. Bob Proctor realized that if you want to change your external reality, you have to start with the internal image you hold of yourself. And that image doesn't change through willpower. It changes through reprogramming. So think about it for a moment. How many decisions did you make today that were driven by fear, scarcity, or habit? Were those decisions really yours? Or were they your paradigms? Now imagine what your life could look like if your mind was reprogrammed to see money as something natural, to feel good receiving it, to enjoy earning it, to feel worthy without guilt, to feel safe even while being abundant. That's the truth Bob Proctor discovered. You don't need to change the world. You just need to change the program that's running inside of you. And the most fascinating part? You can start right now. In the next chapter, you'll discover how your own mind rejects wealth. Even when you think you want it, you say you want to be rich. But ask yourself, deep down, does your mind really want that? Have you ever wondered why, every time things start going well, you somehow find a way to slow down? Why, when a big opportunity shows up, you hesitate, overthink, pull back? That's not bad luck. It's not lack of faith. And it's not the universe saying no. That's your subconscious rejecting wealth. Your subconscious has one core mission: to keep you safe. Not happy, not wealthy, not fulfilled, just safe. And what feels safe to the subconscious? Only what's familiar. Only what you've experienced over and over again. Only what's been burned into your nervous system. Even if that familiar place looks like scarcity, financial anxiety, the guilt when you spend, or fear of becoming more. What your mind has seen as normal for years, it will protect with everything it's got, even if it's tearing you apart from the inside. Because growth is uncertain, and the subconscious hates uncertainty. That's why you can consciously want wealth, but still keep rejecting it unconsciously. You say, "I want money," but when a bold idea comes along, you pull back. When a path outside the norm appears, you freeze. When you receive more than you're used to, you spend it all, or somehow sabotage yourself. And then you wonder, why does this always happen to me? The answer is simple. You haven't yet become compatible with wealth. Imagine this. You're stranded in a desert, craving water, but you're carrying a cracked cup. So even when the water shows up, it just slips right through. That's what a scarcity-programmed mind is like. It doesn't hold on to abundance, not because it doesn't want it, but because it doesn't know how. Rejecting wealth is a self-defense mechanism, an echo from the past, an unconscious reaction to the idea that having money is wrong, dangerous, lonely, or out of reach. Maybe you saw your parents fight over money, or maybe you were taught that rich people are selfish, or maybe someone made you feel like you weren't worthy, and your subconscious took notes on all of it. Now, every time life tries to bring you more, that part of you sounds the alarm. Danger. Don't go there. You're not that kind of person. That's why Bob Proctor said, you have to become the kind of person who naturally attracts wealth, before it even arrives. Change always comes from the inside out, boys. So close your eyes for a moment. Picture a version of yourself, dressed in scarcity, carrying a suitcase full of guilt, repeating over and over, I can't. I don't deserve it. I'm not able. Now see that same version approaching wealth, luxury, freedom, the life you want to live. What does this version do? She steps back, looks away, sabotages, runs away, because deep down, the mind still believes abundance doesn't fit you. But what if you started changing that right now? What if every day you repeated new words, created new mental images, and built a new kind of familiarity? What if wealth began to feel comfortable, natural, and light? Not something distant, but your new normal. This is the invitation. This is the path. You need to rewrite the code running behind your thoughts. Because your problem was never really money. Your problem was what your mind learned to associate with money. If this is stirring something inside you, if something is waking up right now, don't ignore it. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to attract wealth effortlessly, while others spend their whole lives struggling, stuck in the same place? The answer lies in how their minds were programmed. Bob Proctor said, it's not what you know. It's what you absorb, feel, and believe that determines what you attract. And that's why I want to introduce you to the RICA method, a mental framework that sums up the process of reprogramming your subconscious mind for prosperity. This code is the key. But don't be fooled. Just knowing this won't change anything. Feeling it, living it, embodying it, that changes everything. Let's break it down. Our internal reality. Everything starts on the inside. You don't attract what you want. You attract who you are. Your outer reality is just a reflection of your inner world. And if, even unconsciously, you feel like you're not capable, not worthy, not enough, then the world simply confirms that back to you. It's like a cracked mirror. You try to smile, but all you see are fractures. That's why, before you ask for more money, you need to heal the image you have of yourself. Visualize who you want to become. See it clearly. Feel it deeply. Transform that inner image, and the world outside will have no choice but to adjust. Abundance identity. You act according to who you believe you are. If you see yourself as a middle-class person, you'll make middle-class decisions. Think small. Avoid risks. Choose the safe even if it's limited. But if you reprogram your identity to someone who lives in abundance, you start to act differently. Speak differently. Vibrate differently. Your identity is the soil where everything grows. Change your self-image and everything around you changes with it. You don't have to wait for money to arrive to feel rich. You need to feel rich before the money comes. Because money doesn't create identity. Identity attracts money. Beliefs are like gates. They open or close the paths. And here's the good news. Beliefs can be reprogrammed. And reprogramming starts with repetition plus emotion plus visualization. Aligned action. Without action, it's all just theory. But not just any action. Aligned action. It's not about acting out of desperation, but acting with conviction, with confidence, with clarity. It's sending that email you've been avoiding, making that call that could change your life, investing in something your heart already knows is the way, even if your mind doubts. Aligned action is when your body follows what your soul has already decided. Make a decision, and the universe will show you how. But a decision only has power when it's backed by action. Because action is faith in motion. It's you telling life, I'm ready. I choose my destiny. I am already who I need to be. Now, take a deep breath. Close your eyes for a moment. Repeat to yourself, I am the cause, not the effect. I create my reality. I rewrite my destiny. I was born to be rich. Feel it, not as some distant wish, but as an unshakable certainty. Because the mind that lives by the RICA code becomes a magnet for opportunities, ideas, resources, and connections. And life responds. In the next chapter, we'll guide you through a practical exercise to reprogram your subconscious mind. A nightly ritual that will activate your new abundance pattern. Every night, before you drift off to sleep, you cross a threshold between the waking world and the inner world, between the conscious and the subconscious. And it's in that space, that sacred moment, where you hold the power to completely reprogram your reality. But almost no one knows this. Most people fall asleep carrying guilt, fear, worries, watching negative news, thinking about debts, reliving failures. And what does the subconscious do? It records everything, like a tape recorder running nonstop. No judgment, no filter. That's why Bob Proctor said, what you plant in your mind before you sleep blooms in the morning. Want to change your life? Change what you feed your mind before sleep. And this is where the nightly reprogramming ritual is born. A simple but powerful 4-step process, designed to restore your connection with abundance. Let's do this now. Find a quiet place. Lie down. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And allow each word that follows to gently sink into your mind. 1. Release. Before you build, you have to clear out. Before you reprogram, you must unprogram. Repeat silently to yourself, I release everything that holds me back. I let go of beliefs that aren't mine. I release fear, hurry, and the weight of the past. Tonight, I empty myself to make room for the new. Now, imagine a dark smoke rising from your body, like quiet, carrying away your resistance. Feel your body getting lighter, your mind growing calmer. 2. Creative visualization. Now, picture yourself living your ideal life. See yourself waking up in a home you love. The air is fresh. The environment is prosperous, peaceful, abundant. You check your bank account and smile. Because the money is flowing. You feel safe, confident, in control. Visualize your perfect daily routine. You're working doing what you love. People respect you. You inspire others with your story. And now, most important of all, feel what it's like to be in that place. Emotion is the key. Because the subconscious doesn't respond to words, it responds to feelings. Breathe in that feeling. What would it be like to wake up every day like this? To live with that lightness? To be truly free? 3. Reprogramming affirmations. With your eyes closed, repeat silently or softly to yourself, I am the magnet for prosperity. I deserve a life of abundance. Money comes to me in unexpected and constant ways. I trust the flow of life. I am guided, protected, and prosperous. Everything I touch thrives. I was born to be rich. Feel each word as if it's a code being engraved deep into your subconscious mind. Like you're rewriting an old tape with a new melody. It's not just what you say. It's how you feel as you say it. 4. Sleep integration. Now let it all go. Let your mind dissolve into the images. Don't force it. Don't think. Just trust. You planted the seeds. You cleared the soil. You activated the new program. While you sleep, your subconscious mind will work for you. It will reorganize your thoughts, reconfigure your emotions, create new neural connections. And tomorrow, you will wake up different, lighter, more aligned, more aware of your power. You can repeat this ritual every night. And the more you do, the more natural it becomes. Because reprogramming isn't magic. It's consistency. It's decision. It's presence. You are training your mind to accept abundance as normal. And when that happens, the universe has no choice but to deliver exactly what you feel you deserve. Now, if this is touching you deeply, if you know this video didn't appear by chance, subscribe to the channel now. In the next chapter, we'll explore the invisible power of vibration and how it silently shapes everything you attract. Have you ever walked into a room and, without anyone saying a word, felt like something was off? Or met someone who seemed lit up, and you wanted to be near them even without knowing why? That is vibration. Everything in the universe vibrates. Everything is energy in motion. And you are a transmitter. Yes, you emit waves, frequencies, signals, and even more. You attract what vibrates in harmony with what you're sending out. Bob Proctor repeated this like a mantra. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you vibrate. And that's where most people fail. They try to think positive, but inside, they vibrate fear, scarcity, guilt, doubt. The universe doesn't respond to thoughts. It responds to the vibration behind them. Vibration is your energetic signature. Imagine you have an internal radio station. What you tune into determines what you hear. If you're vibrating at the frequency of fear, you'll attract experiences that confirm that fear. If you're vibrating with gratitude, you'll start noticing more reasons to be thankful. Vibration is subtle, but incredibly powerful. It's like an invisible perfume you wear. People feel it, the universe feels it, and everything responds. Thought plus emotion equals frequency. Thoughts alone aren't enough. Emotion is the fuel. It powers what you emit. Think about money with fear, and you repel it. Think about money with joy, ease, and security, and you attract it. It's like a magnet adjusting its polarity. Want to change what you attract? Change the emotion behind your thoughts. How to shift your vibration. You don't have to control every feeling, but you can learn to choose your vibrational state. Here are 3 simple, powerful ways. Gratitude in advance. Feel gratitude for what hasn't happened yet. This tricks your subconscious, and it starts acting as if it's already real. The result? You vibrate abundance. Conscious breathing. When you breathe slowly, you change your body's rhythm, and with it, your mind's frequency. Use pauses. Use silence. This calms your energy. Elevating words. Replace I can't, I don't, this is hard with I choose, I allow, I am ready. Every word has a vibration, and words spoken with feeling reprogram your vibrational field. The field always responds. You want money, but you're vibrating scarcity. You want love, but you're vibrating abandonment. You want freedom, but you're vibrating control. And then, nothing changes. But when you shift your vibration, everything changes effortlessly. Ideas start flowing. People show up. Doors open. Reality begins to follow you, because you've become the leader of your own energy. Bob Proctor said it best. The mind isn't in the body is in the mind. And the mind vibrates. Vibration determines attraction. Here's a simple vibrational recalibration exercise. Before making any big decision, before chasing any goal, ask yourself, what am I vibrating right now? Is this feeling bringing me closer to the life I want or pulling me away? If I already had the life I desire, how would I feel in this moment? And really feel that emotion, even if it's not real yet. Because vibration is creation. Feeling is shaping. Being is the cause. Having is the effect. You don't have to chase money. You just need to become someone money recognizes as familiar. Vibration is the language the universe understands. Speak clearly. Speak with faith. Speak from your heart. Now take a deep breath and repeat with intention. I raise my vibration. I am energy in motion. I choose the frequency of abundance. I already am everything I desire to be. And the universe is already working in my favor. By now, you felt it. The vibration has shifted. Your mind has expanded. Your body has absorbed every word. And your subconscious has begun aligning with a new identity. But there's something you need to understand. None of this will matter unless you make a commitment. Not a commitment to this video. Not to Bob Proctor, me, or any external teaching. I'm talking about a sacred pact with yourself. With the version of you that already exists. Way ahead, waiting for you to finally choose to become her or him. Most people touch power once, but then retreat back to their old life out of fear, laziness, or doubt. The old identity calls. The old patterns tempt. But if you're awake, you can no longer sleep in ignorance. What is an unshakable commitment? It's when you decide no matter the time, obstacles, or what others say, you will go all the way. You will become who you were born to be. You will manifest the prosperity you know is your birthright. You will leave behind everything that no longer serves you. An unshakable commitment is saying, I burn the bridge that leads me back to scarcity. I'm not turning back. I won't shrink anymore. I won't abandon myself again. Do you understand? The universe doesn't reward the curious. It responds to the committed. The ritual of decision. Right now, I want you to feel a moment of complete silence within yourself. Close your eyes, breathe, and visualize two versions of you. Small orange diamond 1 version keeps repeating the same patterns. Walking in circles. Self-sabotaging. Crying at night. Pretending everything's okay. Surviving, but not truly living. Small blue diamond the other version has made a decision. Claimed their power. Wakes up every day with purpose. Breathes prosperity, radiates confidence, and transforms not only their own life, but everyone around them. Which version will you live as in the next 30 days? You decide. And your decision is a vibrational decree. Close the doors. Bob Proctor said, you will never become wealthy if you keep acting like someone who's poor. The same goes for every area of your life. If you want a new life, close the door on the old one. Delete contacts that drain your energy. Stop replaying victim stories. Say no to what no longer serves you. Because you can't create the new with your feet stuck in the old. You need to show the universe you mean business. That you're committed. That you're aligned. Small decisions shape your destiny. You don't need to change everything in one day. But you can change something small today. And that one small change can completely shift your path. It might be waking up 30 minutes earlier, or writing every day, I am worthy of wealth, or choosing not to complain just for today, or repeating your affirmations before bed. Every small action is a vote for your new self, and daily votes build an unshakable identity. Repeat it until it becomes real. At first, your mind will resist. Your body will rebel. The world might seem to ignore your efforts, but listen closely. That's just the old world trying to survive, trying to pull you back into autopilot, testing your commitment. And this is where you prove you're serious. You repeat, you affirm, you visualize, you connect, until the new pattern sets in, until your subconscious says, oh, this is what you want now? All right, let's make it happen. The only question that matters. At the end of the day, only one question remains. Am I willing to live a mediocre life? Or will I honor the divine potential inside me? There's no middle ground. Either you keep repeating the same story, or you reinvent yourself. You were born to be wealthy. You were born to be free. You were born to lead your own reality. The only thing standing between you and that is a decision. And you can make it right now. The public commitment. Type this in the comments. I am committed to my new life. Write it like a ritual, like a declaration. And one more thing, subscribe to the channel now, because this journey has only just begun. Here you'll find the right frequency, the right codes, the vibration that reconnects you to what you should never have forgotten. You were born to be abundant. You were born to be powerful. You were born to be wealthy. And prove it through your actions.